Clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kips Clips. So why is Europe doomed? Well, let's investigate this claim a wee bit further and see if Europe's genuinely doomed, or there might be actually something, some other messaging going on here. So if you ever want to know if Europe's doomed, it's always good to go to America, and people, I think he stays in New York or something. That's the best place to start to know categorically, when boots on the ground, if Europe is doomed, you know. So let's see what he's talking about. Europe is doomed.
That is being set right there, specifically regarding 2 new laws and regulations that have just been put in place in Europe.
Oh, we're doomed because there's 2 new laws and regulations. See, the probably hundreds of thousands prior to these 2, we were all okay, but now these 2 new rules and laws and regulations were doomed.
Europe. Now, before we start, just know that this broadcast is formed, so there's 2 major issues that I wanted to address in this video. The first one being what people are describing as the meme apocalypse that
no, the meme apocalypse, the ban on memes, is a meme that is getting propagated by propagandists to dumb down what's actually going on here. And I shall elaborate.
That just took place because of the European Union. An issue that, of course, we talked about on this YouTube channel.
They've got a crystal ball.
3 months ago, warning you about this new draconian law in the
Draconian law!
European Union that was being proposed, and now, as just a few days ago, has passed.
Now, everything that's, if you see the clockwork orange flashing images there, you'll see that ban on memes
and became law.
Beware of the meme of the ban on memes meme
of the land. This, of course, being the copyright directive that, of course, many online sites are warning that this is the censorship of the internet in Europe. Even
many online sites are warning that this is the apocalypse. Who are these sites? Where are they? Who's paying them? And where do their loyalty lie? Nah, don't investigate that. Don't investigate that. He's got a message to get out. He's got a European Union to demonise. And I need to prefix that. I'm not a fan of centralisation of power in all of its forms. Thus, I'm not a fan of the European Union. But not to call out the warring factions that are out there. One side of the propaganda or the other. What's most infuriating about the anti-EU propaganda is it's wrapped up in sovereignty, and we're only telling, it's wrapped up in the truth or industrial complex. We're only telling you the truth.
CNBC said that the passing of this law is
an American outlet. Just marking that.
It's catastrophic. And later in a byline saying, critics say that the law could block internet users from being able to post content like memes and links.
Critics say that 9 out of 10 cats agree that this meme could possibly maybe meme-tastic as it is, maybe get banned. And this is coming from CNBC, so it must be real. It's the mainstream media that lies to you. That's why there's a need for Luke Rudowski, and so they lie to you, but they're telling you the truth this time because now he's telling you it, because he tells you the truth, but the mainstream media don't. Please, hold on. Yo, Spock, big ears, you there? Oh, hold on.
Affirmative.
Yeah, how you doing, Spock? Okay. Oh shit.
Affirmative.
So, what do you think about this guy's logic?
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. What do you think about the big fat hairy Illuminati spider?
Sir, there's a multi-legged creature crawling on your shoulder.
Anyway, so here's the American sitting in Yankland telling you Europe's doomed by rhyming and repeating the mainstream media, who by his analysis lies to you, but it tells you the truth when he rhymes and repeats it.
Links to articles. And hey, CNBC, it's not just critics saying that, it's the actual law that is written that was just passed.
Brilliant, you're going to show us the law, aren't you? You're not just going to blindly blurt that out. and not shows the law. And you're going to just say that?
Which, of course, is being celebrated by...
Oh no, he just says that and then doesn't show you the law. Right, so now let's get this straight, what's actually going on here. There's been a power struggle between the European Union and the Anglo-British, the American-UK alliance. There's been Google and Facebook, right? Let's use them as the two examples of the European Union going after them. Because they're gathering all this big data. Big data is power, and the European Union is now trying to legislate for this big data to remain within their borders. The European Union are trying to claw back some of the power and influence that Facebook and Google, the American entities, have managed to spread worldwide just through the social medias. So what's happening here with this banning of memes? It's not a banning of memes, man. It's not a banning of memes. It's a copyright directive. I don't agree with this. I'd love to be able to just watch everybody's material free of charge without any copyright issues. I'd love it. I don't agree with this, but I'm not going to just blindly fall into this Luke Rudkowski fear-mongering that they're banning memes. It's copyright stuff. People best get fucking in tune with what this really is if you are participating in stuff online, because you might end up with a fine getting shoved up your ass for illegally downloading or sharing some shit, right? You don't need to worry if it's all your own content. It's a copyright issue, right? Now, again, it allows but we stay in a corporate fascist society globally. Is anybody surprised this is happening? The scary thing is it does, through the means of copyright, justify the authorities getting more control online, which, again, I'm against centralisation of power in all its forms, and that includes the centralisation of power and the attempt now worldwide to claw some jurisdiction on over the internet, because it was the Wild West for so long. So this is the US versus the EU power struggle. This is the EU trying to legislate to claw money and power from away from YouTube and Google. They're doing it through copyright initially. Also as well, you've got Facebook and YouTube earning all sorts of funny money by streaming music. I know I use YouTube for if I'm putting music on, I'll put it on YouTube, a playlist on YouTube. Nobody's earning any money off that if I'm sitting with ad blocker on. They're doing away with that. That's why you're getting the YouTube Premium, and it'll be all the music and stuff. Shortly you won't be able to get anything other than original content on YouTube. And see the scaremongering that they'll have to scan everything before it goes up. YouTube already does that. YouTube already scans everything before you put it up. So that's bullshit. Go and read the legislation itself. Go and read the amendments that was put on here instead of just the tagline fear-mongering from NSPC, or who was it he was parroting here. You know, like a fucking tagline for a headline, and he's running with it. He's just taking the fear for that one sentence and running with it. Don't question it. Look, it's the law. Look, this flying mainstream media told me. So where was I here? Here's just a quick wee bit that you can go and elaborate on this yourself to alleviate the fear of this shit. I'm not saying this is good. I'm saying just understand it. If you want to change it, you best understand what it really is instead of the fear mongering. And let's not forget what Luke Rudkowski here is running propaganda for the US side of things. Believe it or not, this is pro-US propaganda. The Google and Facebook and all the American press don't want the EU to claw power away from their big corporations and cement it in the European Union. It's as simple as that. Just the way the European Union is trying to legislate for keeping big data within its borders as well. It's another branch of that power struggle. So Luke Rudkowski here, knowingly or unknowingly, I think the guy's a bit more clever to think this is an actual ban on memes. I think the guy's a wee bit more clever, a wee bit more deep in the game to go up there and say something about a law without reading the law. It appears that he's doing that. He'll plead ignorance and stupidity, but I think it's a wee bit more contrived than that. I think he's on point, he's on message. It's as simple as anti-EU propaganda. They're banning memes, the EU's bad. That's all they want the dumb masses to take away from this. And you know how many people out there will now be going out and saying they're banning memes? Right, here's just here's some exemptions that have already been written in. Exemptions for sites such as GitHub, Wikipedia from Article 13, and exceptions to the link tax that allow the sharing of meme, hyperlinks, and individual works describing articles without constraint. So, bullshit, right? There's your fear relieved. Now, don't believe me, don't believe this article. Go and read the amendments. You just need to, maybe a few clicks, but you'll find the genuine paperwork with the legislation on it, and you'll see the Article 13 there, and you'll see the exemptions underneath it. Go and read it, right? Instead of leaving your investigative powers up to little charlatans like this guy. Either useful idiot, or a right out and out charlatan. Either or, he's just rhyming and repeating anti-EU propaganda. And again, I'm not here spouting pro-EU propaganda. I am analysing this for what it is. And what it certainly isn't is independent journalism. Right? Now, if this was independent journalism, I don't know, he'd be speaking about something independently. Let me see, ban on memes. Who do you think's been talking about this? I mean, it's just a simple exercise you can do. And you'll see all coming from the same. So, I mean, you'd need to go in and actually watch all the content to see if the people asking questions incorrectly answering it. Because, you know what I mean, these videos could actually be addressing what's really going on in them. But you can clearly see there that the ban on memes has been turned into a meme. And that meme's, let's see, is it going viral? I don't know. Who's this dude?
The end is fun.
But there you go, man. It's fucking rare. Oh, he's got 2 million viewers though. Fucking hell, man. Who do these people pay? Anyway, it's been turned into a meme, isn't it? It's already there. And the amount of people who will be genuinely addressing what's going on, I'm going to argue there will be an reverse minority. And then when you see this guy, he's deep in the street. This guy's meant to be an independent journalist. That's what he claims to be, saving us from the New World Order. And he can't read the laws that he's talking about.
And links to articles. And hey, CNBC, it's not just critics saying that, it's the actual law.
Yeah, it's the actual law if you don't go and read the amendments, you dumbass.
That is written, that was just passed. Which of course is being celebrated by big monopoly media organizations and the globalist goblin bureaucrats.
The globalist goblin bureaucrats. Oh my god, see when somebody resorts to that retardation of fucking argument. While using the global World Wide Web to spout their shit and travel the globe and spew their fucking propaganda globally. They're calling out the global goblins. The irony is lost on these people. Absolute irony of the fucking retarded arguments that they fucking have to feed off of people's the natural xenophobia sentiment is out there in all societies, because there's still a certain amount of tribalism which exists in society, I would argue, and they feed on the natural. It's like all good musicians' tricks. They feed on they steer the natural energy. They steer the natural energy. They manipulate people very successfully. Anyway, so there's Lurik Rudkowski, the American Polish dude telling you that Europe's doomed. How real is it? What a load of shite. I mean, see, if you watch this and you go away with this, with your opinion of what's actually really happening, you have no idea what's really going on. You wouldn't even bother going and watch. You've bought into the cult of personality of Luke Rudkowski, and you won't question him when he says it's the actual law. Now, technically he's not lying, because in Article 13 it does ban the shit he's talking about, but then he doesn't go and talk about the exemptions. This is copyright law, which gives the governments and the corporations same thing. corporate fascism. More power over the internet, but will predominantly be used to make money off of music videos and licensed content. And you've still got the fair use thing, which I still believe. Anyway, we'll need to see what happens with that shit. And again, this is what we'll witness worldwide. I believe we'll see this continuation of this pattern as the world info war rages on. There will be a continuation of the fight to project jurisdiction onto the internet. The EU's doing it with this shit. Right now, at the top of my head, I can't think of any examples. I know China's exercised fucking jurisdiction, sovereignty over their interwebs for some time, and other countries have done too. So this will be a continuation of that shit. So the Wild West of the internet will be slowly getting deteriorated. So Google and YouTube and Facebook better start fucking take over the world sometime soon. They're going to lose their ability. Anyway, so hopefully that explains, or explains what's going on. You need to go and look into the law yourself, but it shows you the manipulation of the propagandists. Now, whether that, I don't know. Is this guy just a useful idiot and seems this, got an RSS feed or Conspiracy Central, and this is just doing the rounds left, right and centre, and he's like, on it like a car bonnet, this will get me clicks? Possibility. Is he part of the coordinated propaganda machine that's been set up for decades to be a mafioso voice on the YouTubes and the internet? I believe so. That's where I'm hedging my bets. He's too deep in the game. He's too high up. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy that breakdown. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, good, bad, ugly and indifferent. I will read and respond to as many as I can. And remember, what I do here is digital busking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job that people will consider using your spare change, not your life savings, on the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that does. And tune in tomorrow night for Not the InfoWars Nightly News. Should be an interesting one. The original alternative look at the alternative media. Skeptical about the skeptics, and watch the motherfucking Watchmen. Because somebody's got to watch the cult, and the cult-like mentality. It's not comfortable, but somebody's got to do it. Alrighty, YouTubes. Thanks for listening. Catchies. Kips Clip.